Hey everybody, Coach Dave here. We are live, 6 at 6 live with Coach Dave. While you're in waiting for me to push a couple of extra buttons here, come on in and swipe, follow, share, invite your followers, tweet and retweet the broadcast. I really appreciate those. Subscribe and like if you're on YouTube and Facebook. Share to Facebook and tap those hearts. Welcome everybody. Today, our subject is our subject is Twitt. Tweet what? 5 tips. Okay, we're going to give you 5 tips on Twitter, how to retweet, maybe even a little bit on social media in general. Hi everybody, I'm Coach Dave. Welcome, Brandon. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you everybody for being here, and I'm just going to push a couple of more buttons here. I've got a couple of things to turn on in the broadcast just to make sure that things are going all right. And welcome your followers, everybody that's here. Brandon and my friend Egg is here. Eggbot, come on in. Thank you. Eggbot doesn't have any followers, so he can't share it. And there we go. Coach Martin Wilson from Twitch. I was trying to think of, I knew it was another T word. I almost said from Twitter. From Twitch. Hey, Coach Martin, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Share this out to as many places as you can. I really appreciate it. This is 6 at 6 live with Coach Dave. And 6 at 6 means that, welcome Terry, 6 at 6 means that those 6 networks you see there are all on this stream at 6 p.m. every day live. We are doing a joint multicast. Everybody that is on Periscope that's joining now, Terry's been here a couple times, Dr. Landry. Everybody that's on Periscope can see Twitch. There's a nice fella on Twitch. Everybody that is a coach, Coach Wilson, and he is watching us as we do this whole thing. So welcome everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. We are just tapping a couple of last things here as we're going to start. Let me share with you what my friend Shannon is doing at For Humanities. She is here on Periscope with me. We have partnered up. She says good stuff about me, and I say good stuff about her. Hopefully my stuff is as good as the stuff that she says about me. So let's take a look. Shannon is, her name on here is For Humanities, T's as in t-shirts, and she is a cancer survivor. S is for stream.me. She is a cancer survivor, and she is having an event out here in Stockton, California. I'm out in California, just a little bit north of her, but it's going to be on October 14th. If you can be there only by live stream, go to bit.ly/IWillSurvive17 and get the tickets for $27 for that live broadcast. And she's also selling tickets for you to be there in person at bit.ly/survive and thrive live, $47 per ticket. She is also gathering money for the many causes that she is involved with by sponsoring the Big Cup. Sponsoring the Big Cup. Hey Terry, what's going on? If you want to sponsor the Big Cup and help her fight cancer and help people get their life back after cancer, go to bit.ly/survive and thrive sponsor, and you can have your name, company logo, or slogan put on that Big Cup. And she shows that information every broadcast that she has. She's got that Big Cup with her. Well, I've seen her without it a couple times, but we're going to give her a break. Thank you for all the hearts, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. And we are going to go back and talk about our subject. Our subject is tweet what, and 5 tips. Basically, we're going to talk about Twitter a little bit. We're going to give you 5 tips on how you can take advantage of some of Twitter's features. And I was noticing, and this was an interesting thing to me, you folks who have seen me on Periscope quite a bit, I was noticing when I went on Twitter. Now, Twitter and Periscope are buddies. They're connected. I think Twitter owns Periscope, as a matter of fact. But I was noticing when I went on Twitter this morning, I started looking at people I'm following, and I've seen some people. And again, I started on Twitter, and then I went to Periscope. A lot of people may have started on Periscope, and then they go over to Twitter. But the thing about it is, I was looking at the number of followers that people have. And there's anywhere from, I think one of the people that I saw on Periscope that has 20-some million hearts has 15 followers, 20 followers, 40 followers, something like that. You know, just a starting amount, and you can get started in one thing, and that can really drive the other thing. But the powerhouse comes when you get in both. For instance, the fact that we're on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, StreamMe, and Mixer. Once we get going, once we have a lot of people on those networks, that's going to cross over into Periscope, it's going to cross over into Twitter, it'll cross over into the Facebook feed, the Facebook pages, the lists on Twitter, I mean just everything, okay? So I'm having my Twitter actually grow while I'm asleep, which is one of the things that I really love about social media. One day I woke up and there were 14 extra people. Now I have actually an extra of, yeah, hey, thanks for being here, Coach Martin Wilson. Appreciate that. Yeah, stream.me, that's where the red S is for. And there's even a couple more I've really thought about going on, but then I couldn't call it 6 at 6. I'd have to call it 7 at 6, 8 at 6, and people would start to get confused. I'm changing my name, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, let me get to these things on, this is not only for Twitter. A lot of these are Twitter specific, but this is not only for Twitter. If you get on social media, make sure your social media crosses over into other social media sites that you're on. Number one on Twitter, lists. Lists are a fantastic thing on Twitter. If you want to get on Twitter and follow thousands of people, that doesn't mean you have to actually interact with thousands of people, because that could take longer than a full-time job. So that's really not gonna work. So what you want to do, there's Coach Martin right there. What you want to do is you want to use lists. You want to use lists of industry people that you're interested in and go and check their Twitter information. You want to use lists of people. If you have a ton of friends, there we go. Thanks. I'm glad it's clear. Thanks and welcome. Hit a bunch of those hearts. I could really use them. I'm just a beginner. So if you're on more than one, you can get all that stuff going. But lists are awesome because you can categorize people. If you're on Periscope and you have a whole bunch of Periscope friends and you just want to do that, but you still want to grow your Twitter followers and your Twitter amounts and all your other stuff, and say stuff on Twitter and it goes out to a million plus people, you can do that, and then just pay attention to a list of people you're interested in, and those are the people you actually really interact with on a real person-to-person basis and be a real person on social media. It's so important on social media to be real and to be there and to be available and to be a real person. Okay, so the second thing, that's lists. The second thing is, thank you for inviting. The second thing is the period. And we do literally mean a period, the dot on your keyboard that's at the end of a sentence. When you hit that period, it's a dot. If you use a response that says, say, let's take Terry for example. If her name on Twitter was just Terry, her first name, and you put the @ in front of it, Terry. Okay, if I make a tweet that says @ Terry, guess what I found? Here's a link. This is awesome. Everybody in the world should see this. Guess who's going to see it? 2 people. You'll see it, and Terry will see it. That's it. That's how Twitter works. Everybody else on your follow lists or being followed lists or anybody that looks for you, they will not see that tweet because it starts with an @, has Terry's name, goes out only to Terry. Only to Terry. So that is something, if you want to send a direct message to someone, you know how to do it now. Just put the @ and their username on Twitter and type out a message. It goes only to them, only they see it and you see it. That's it. Now if you use the period, use that little character right there that you end a sentence with on your keyboard. Welcome, come on in. If you use the period before you type something in a Twitter message or any other text, but the period a lot of people use just because it's small and you don't notice it. But you'll look on some of these tweets, you'll see a period, then an @ sign, and the person's username, and then a whole bunch of stuff. It looks like they're talking only to that person, but you're able to peek in on what's going on. So yeah, that's not, hey John, welcome, come on in. Appreciate you being here. So use the period when you want everybody to see it. And says I don't accept them. Oh, that's terrible. I will fix that. I'll fix that. There's a certain thing I have to go in on my producer thing to fix that. So the period is important. You go ahead and you put that in there, and then everybody can see what you're doing. Number 3 on Twitter is follows. Okay, now how do you do this? I follow you, you follow me, somebody else will follow me, somebody else will see that you follow me, and they'll follow me, or they'll follow you because you follow me. How does that work? Okay, now the way that works is this. Just follow whoever follows you. When you follow somebody or when they follow you on Twitter, it's like saying hi. You walk past them on the street, hi, hi, and they wave back at you. That's all a follow is. And then you'll see if they post something, you'll see that in your live feed, but you can ignore that too, so it's not really directed at you if you see it in your live feed. So then what you do though is you can put them in your list, and that's the number 1 thing on Twitter. Use your list, then you can respond to them, reply to them, give them kudos for saying something great that you saw. So the ones that you're interested in, put in a list of people that you're interested in actually really interacting with and following. Number 4 is branding. Okay, this is a big area, but there's a lot of things about it. Branding has to do with how you look, right? Okay, here's the thing. If you're trying to be on social media to expand your reach and your influence, branding on social media, Twitter specifically, but other ones too, is very important. And so what that means is that you need to have, first of all, you've got a big old banner ad. Put some stuff on there. It's great to have a picture of a beautiful sunset, but that doesn't tell anybody anything about you. Go into a program that lets you put some text on there or overlay your own picture onto there. Go take a look at mine. Mine is, you can see on the ticker above my head here, you'll see mine come by. It's twitter.com/_Dave Brown_, no space. And that is where you can find me. Put that in your browser and you'll find me there. Go take a look at my banner and you'll see that I've got a picture of me. I've got a listing that says, or it says right underneath me, it says Coach Dave. I've got a listing that says 6 at 6 every night, 6 p.m. And you know what I'm all about. And then it says the 6 networks underneath that we're broadcasting to. So there you go. Welcome back, Dr. Landry. Appreciate you. Dr. Landry, you know, I want to stop for a second. I hear that you're in a competition, and there's a certain person on here named Terry and you who seem to be fighting it out for my number 1 superfan position. You know, I really appreciate both of you, and you guys just keep fighting. You keep fighting. I like that. Healthy competition. I like it. So, Terry, exactly. LOL. All right, so number 1 thing in branding is your banner. Make sure something's on there instead of just a picture. Just a picture doesn't say too much about you. The second thing is your picture, your profile picture. There's a circle with your picture in it. Make sure that little picture is you. Social media is for one thing, being social. If it's a picture of your house or a picture of your dog or a picture of your car, unless you're a car salesman, or a house if you're a house salesman, or you know, your company logo is almost good enough. But people, even with your company logo, people want to know that you are a person. So put a picture of you up there. If you can get a professional picture, great. If not, ask a friend to snap a picture of you standing next to a building that has some kind of textured siding like concrete or stucco or something real interesting. Just get a picture and put the picture in there. You will come out way ahead if you have a picture of you, hopefully professional, but at least nice looking. Then also the third thing on branding is your bio. Say who you are. It says your name there, but that's not who you are. Who you are is, I really care about people, and for that reason, I help people get unstuck in life, and I coach them through a specific process to realize their goals and their dreams and to get unstuck in life. That's me. I'm Coach Dave. And so describe it. Put it up there. Be honest about why you're doing it. Tell them your why first and then tell them what. You know, on mine, I think it says, have you ever felt stuck in life? Everybody does. I work with people that feel stuck in life, and I help coach them through a specific process to find their why and then to realize their dreams. Okay? Next is the fifth one, and this is really easy. Just having fun with hearts. All right. Love hearts. Love hearts. That's awesome. I can't wait to see how it comes out. I love it when I see you guys just going at those hearts. That's I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the love. So anyway, the number 5 one is tweet. See, right there on my list. Tweet. Make sure you tweet. If you're on Twitter, please tweet. And if you're not on Twitter and you're on Periscope, go on Twitter and tweet. Did I say that clear enough? Tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. Do I sound like a bird now? Anyway, that's the thing that you do. Okay, so those 5 things, let me go over them again. The first thing you can use on Twitter is lists. Lists will help you prioritize in groupings and categories. The second thing, the period, or any other text. But the period's so small that people sometimes don't even see it. And then you can put somebody's username and then go on, and they'll see it because you use their username in the tweet, whether there's a period before it or another character right before it. They will see it in their feed, and you can actually go search for it. Mentions. Click on mentions, and there you go. Okay, so first is lists, second is the period, third is follow. And some people just call this follow for follow. A lot of people will tell you that's no good. You have to pick specific people to follow. You have to follow them for a specific reason. You have to, don't make it complicated. If somebody follows you, just do them the courtesy of following back. And that's not what gets you the most followers. That's just one small reason for people to follow you. The next one is what gets you followers. So we got lists, we got the period, we got the follow for follow. Number 4 is branding. The branding is the meat of the sandwich. The branding is the banner, the picture, the bio. Make sure they all contain something. Make sure they contain relevant information. And not only that, make sure you share that relevant information out with people. And number 5 is tweet. Tweet. Make sure you tweet. Tweet, 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 tweet. And after you can't tweet anymore, tweet. Okay? So that's my list. That's the 5. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And don't forget to follow me and like me and share and subscribe, and tell all your people go to YouTube and go to Coach Dave channel on YouTube and subscribe, because I need a ton of those. And this is Coach Dave. I'm going to sign off right now, but have you ever found yourself feeling stuck in life? I have. I help people who feel stuck in life find their why, and then I help coach them through a process designed specifically to help them realize those goals and dreams. I'm Coach Dave, and we have talked about tweet, twit, and what? So, thank you, God bless, and have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow night on 6 at 6 Live with Coach Dave. Bye-bye.